What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So Duke was able to beat North Carolina for the third straight time this season. 74 to 71, I believe, was the final score. They were up by like 20 something points around halftime, but I guess North Carolina came back and made a lane violation, so I guess they stepped into the lane when there was a free throw with a chance for them to tie up the game. So them making an even dumb mistake to lose the game makes it a little bit better. The Duke Blue Devils, we find out that they're playing against, I think it's Louisville, not Clemson. I think that one came down to a controversial ending too, but they did beat Louisville this year. They did lose to Clemson, so I was kind of hoping it was going to be Clemson, but I guess not. So hopefully they can win this game against Louisville. Like I've been saying this whole tournament, it doesn't really matter. Matters really for next week, but either way, I guess I'll still be pretty happy and excited if they do become the ACC tournament champions. So good luck to those guys. And my LA Chargers were able to sign a couple more guys. I think it was Friday. They signed an interior offensive lineman, Mekhi Becton, who recently won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. So I was kind of surprised he did not end up going back. But he only signed like a 2-year deal. So I guess they still got him on a cheap investment. So that was nice. And they also signed Del'Shawn Phillips, who was a linebacker for the Houston Texans, who actually knocked them out of the playoffs. So I guess, if you know your enemy, then be able to beat them the next time. So I haven't really heard his name that much, like when it came to the draft, when he came out, or in college. I don't even remember where he was, but either way, if they're able to sign him, then they must think he's pretty good, and hopefully he can add to that linebacker depth for the LA Chargers. And yes, my USC Trojans did sign a 4-star defensive lineman, Jaimeon Winfield, out of the state of Texas. I believe he is still a top 100 player for all consensus rankings, so did get a pretty good guy. I think he's like top 10 at his position too, so definitely still keeps him at the number 1 spot in the 2026 ranking, so I'm happy about that. So congrats to the football team. And then speaking of ex-USC football guys in the NFL and free agency, Adoree Jackson, one of my favorite cornerbacks in the last handful of years at USC, did sign with the Philadelphia Eagles. That's pretty cool for him, joining the most recent Super Bowl winning team. I know he was pictured in LA pretty recently, so I kind of was hoping he was going to sign with the Chargers, but sadly that did not happen. And then also Chuma Edoga, who's an ex-offensive lineman, recently signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So congrats to him. See how he does. I know that place has kind of been up and down, that franchise, but either way, another USC guy out there on a roster. So congrats to those guys. Thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, fight on, and let's go Duke.